If you put it in.
Swanky rat.
Ah.
Hello, people of the internet. And welcome to another walk to the thing. Well, actually,
Rambly-ambly.
we are rambly-ambling, but we are rambly-ambling towards a thing.
We are.
There has been an occurrence.
There has.
There's a motorbike going past. There's another motorbike going past. Go home.
They're allowed their hour of exercise.
Yeah, but that's not exercise. It's actually suddenly very loud. It's been really quiet all day.
And then suddenly.
There's a tractor over there who is currently mowing a field. He's admittedly up on a big hill.
Yeah,
so
I think he's
loud.
Social distancing, I think.
Yeah.
If he's in the middle of a field with no one else.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the sort of purpose of our walk today. We have a new addition to the Lammy family.
We do. We have several.
We have several, but there is one specifically that we must take you to see. Because it's a freak!
A very cute freak.
It is very cute. It's
somewhere between a cross between a sheep and a cow.
Yes, that's all we're going to say.
Yeah.
Until you see this
Assuming
freak.
we can find it.
Well, I know where it was yesterday.
But yeah, but that was yesterday. They've got legs, you know.
They have. So much of an unusual sheep, lamb, swanky rat.
Oh, come on.
I know, they're just everywhere today.
I'm concentrating on talking to the people of the internet.
Yeah, well,
and
I can't help if I can just see things.
You should be looking at your people of the internet.
I'm looking.
Well,
at
I look for.
Yes, well, you look for a swanky rat.
That's it. I can't talk to you guys anymore. I've got a job to do.
Try not to fall over. Now the thing is, as Joe says, this new lamb will probably have wandered off with its mother, because that's what they do. This is so much of an unusual lamb that we got a text message, complete with photograph, yesterday from Ed, the young lad who farms the land, to say, yes! I mean, he doesn't say it like that.
No, he doesn't. Well, especially since it's via text.
Yes. But yeah, it's an unusual wee beastie.
Well, it's completely altered our plans because we were going to go on a different route, but now we have to go lamb hunting.
We do, and so we're heading back up the drive in the direction that we normally walk. It's warm. It's
21 degrees in the shade.
And this is
not
this
the shade.
Is, in case, well, I don't know when this is going to go on into webs, but this is Saturday, so for those of you wanting to keep track of the days of the week.
Yes, we're not helping.
No, we're not.
Because this isn't going to go up on Saturday.
It's not. It might go up on Sunday, who knows? It depends hugely on, well, how long it takes me to edit it, how much footage we actually shoot, because the last video that we made, we had an hour and a half, roughly, of continuous footage. It's just constant.
Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
Yeah.
But not bunny. Well, there is a lamb there, you can hear barring, but it's not the lamb that we're looking for.
No. There are lambs everywhere, and they're still popping out, which is good to know.
Popping out is not a birth term that you really
I don't know. I mean,
want
why
to use. Because it implies that they all come out going with
that noise that you can't make.
Yeah, with that noise that I can make.
Yeah, very, very quietly.
No, times like these, I shouldn't be doing that.
Well, no, this is the thing. Don't touch your face. Don't stick your finger in your mouth.
Well, like you've just done.
Like I've just done. I'm going to take the opportunity now to
do your best David Attenborough.
Yeah, do my best David Attenborough impersonation, and say, you know, they are cute as all get out. And yeah, little black lambs.
Cute as all get out.
I know. I've no idea what that phrase means.
No.
But I thought I'd use it. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Who knows? But they are cute as buttons. They're not so cute, however, when in the middle of the night, as happened last night, one of them gets separated from its mother, because my God, the noise they make. I headed out this morning to go and sort out a lamb that was clearly in distress of some nature or other. What quite often it is they get sort of confused by the fence and they're on the wrong side of it, but they'll be standing next to the gate, but just along from the gate a little bit, so that they're on the wrong side of the fence from Mummy, and they'll just stand there and bar for hours.
Because they're that small, they can get through tiny gaps.
But they'll stand next to an open gateway and be very confused at the fact that, you know, they don't know that the gateway's there. Oh, it's just... And you'd have thought the sheep, you know, the adults, would have a better idea, but no. They'll just stand there on the other side of the fence and wait. I mean, I don't know whether they're trying to teach the lambs that actually, look, you know, you've got to work this out for yourself. But
gates is one of the main part of living on this farm.
Yeah, but apparently a lamb's method of dealing with these things is to just stand and shout.
Mum!
Yeah.
Anybody with a toddler knows.
Yeah, lots of that. So that's what we had last night. We have sort of set ourselves a task of finding a single lamb on quite a large farm.
Yes. Well,
So
we know roughly where to start.
Yeah, but it could mean that we'll be wandering around and around in circles for hours on end.
Or we could just turn the corner and it'll be there.
Yeah, this is the weekend. It's Easter weekend, which means that traditionally in Wales, you know, we'd all be sitting looking at the rain.
Yes, but nobody's allowed out, so of course that's not happened.
I mean, I do wonder whether this is going to be an indication of the summer that is to come, because this is the sort of heat that you get in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Not in April.
If this is going to be what it's like all summer, or worse,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go out head to toe, covered in everything that will shield me from the sun. I'll have to have a portable house.
You will?
That won't look good.
No. I mean, I quite like the heat, but it can get a bit oppressive after a while. Now, I still haven't seen this lamb, which is worrying me slightly, because...
Okay, do you know which field it was in?
Well, I think it's up here. I think the photograph that we were sent was over there.
Over there?
Just standing over here, next to this gate, he said, pointing the camera in that vague direction, hoping that he can get it. There's a group of lambs up there. I wonder if that's one of them.
Oh, hang on a minute. This one lying down.
Aha!
Found it.
Unfortunately, the lamb that we've come to see is currently lying down, which means that you can't really see all of its unusualness. The thing that makes this lamb so unusual is that he or she is sort of bi-coloured. She looks more like a cow in black and white splodges than she does a sheep. This apparently is due to the fact that the ram that is the father of all of these little black lambs apparently is not as genetically pure as they thought.
It sounds very Aryan race, doesn't it?
Yes, it does all sound a bit peculiar, but they were expecting nothing but little black lambs, and so what they've got is largely little black lambs. But yeah, there are some that have got little splodges, little white splodges on their foreheads, but this one is an absolute hodgepodge of black and white in a very unusual pattern, especially for one of these lambs. Buzzard. There's a buzzard up there. You'll never see it. Too far away. The reason that you've got black lambs with white sheep is because the rams were black, and they do that because this lot of sheep are first time mums. So black lambs are smaller than white lambs. I mean, it's not to do with the colour, it's to do with the breed, and as a result they're easier to give birth to than the white lambs. So if you put a black ram with first time mums, they've got a bit of practice, and then next time round they can have white lambs which will be bigger. think the most important question here is, what do you think this lamb should be called? Most lambs don't get a name because there's just too many of them.
Yeah.
But
You can pick this one out.
you can, you know, if you want to, come up with some suggestions, and then we'll largely probably ignore that because we're never going to see that lamb, you know, socially. So we don't really need to know its name.
It probably should be something like Panda.
It could be. I mean, or you know,
Ted.
I don't know.
They all look a bit Ted-like, though, don't they?
As in Big
Teddy.
Ted, the bear
Yeah.
from Play School that you're
Well-
probably too young to remember.
Yeah, but just general teddies.
So this is the way that we're entertaining ourselves, by wandering up and down the drive while we can't go out anywhere. What are you doing to entertain yourself? Be
Yeah.
curious to know. I mean, have you taken up a hobby that you didn't know that you weren't planning on?
Or that you've always wanted to and you finally can.
Yeah. Or that you thought was a good idea and have now decided that actually it's a really bad idea?
If you've tried these hobby things and you've got pictures, we'd like to see the results.
We would.
You can find us on Twitter. And we'd like to say hello to our new patrons,
Hello.
Krista and Timothy and Troy Hill. Thank you very much for joining us, and hi!
Hello! And yes, and yeah, helping us to continue making these.
Walking up and down the drive films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
it
you
keeps us in tea,
Yes.
thank you.
You do seem to like these, which is great and slightly baffling at the same time.
We've had so many compliments recently, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yes, it's we're English. We don't do complimenting people and being complimented. It's an uncomfortable state of affairs. Don't stop doing it, mind you. But
No.
but yeah,
Well, I
it's
can
just
compliment people, receiving them on the other hand.
yes. It
If I,
does.
I read them out to Ian and it feels like it's kind of not so much aimed at me.
It's sort of really nice that the community that we seem to be building here, we were talking about it the other day, all seem to be really lovely people.
Yeah, you do. I don't know where we're finding you lovely people, but
Or where you're finding us.
or
more to
where
the
you're
point.
finding us, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you finding us from? I'd like to find more of you because you're so nice. I want to go where all the nice people are, please.
Well, you can't. You're not allowed. You're stuck in
Oh
quarantine.
yeah, virtually go where all the nice people
Yes.
are. Live vicariously through the internet. I knew my introvert tendencies would serve me well one day.
Yeah, and here they are,
Yeah.
doing us the world of good.
Somebody pointed out to me that the other day, being an introvert currently is like a superpower.
It is.
Yeah,
Actually,
I should have a cape.
it's too hot to wear a cape.
It is. A cooling cape.
A cooling cape, yes, a cape with air conditioning. That's
Yes.
a good idea. One of these days, we're going to walk round fields because going up and down the drive is all well and good, but it does get a little bit samey after a while.
Yes. So we're going to vary our walks, but we had a purpose today, which is
We
why
did.
we went up the drive. So unless we have a purpose, we will try and vary our walks.
Yes.
So brand new, beautiful new things.
We're also going to go and sit by the river one of these days, I have decided, because if the heat continues like this, that's going to be the coolest place around, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Like, coolest isn't that so cool, man?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, the hippest spot in town.
Yeah.
What do people say now instead of cool and hip and stuff?
I don't
know.
think they do.
Don't know.
No, I don't.
'Cause-
I don't know.
I don't know, because there was rad and that went. And I never used any of them.
No.
But I'm curious.
I'm very glad that Rad didn't stick around.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, I just have to yet again point out the fact that the world is going green. This the other day had barely any leaves in it at all, and yet loads of leaves now.
I
And the
reckon-
hedges are all looking green. It's lovely.
I think overnight they just kind of go just a little bit.
You ought to be able to hear it happening.
Yeah, just all along, all across the world, things are going
Yeah.
green. I think that's exactly how it must happen.
Is there anything else that you would like us to do,
What would you like to see?
bearing in mind that we can't really go anywhere?
Yes. Within the limitations of a farm that
Yes.
has a finite number of animals, what would
Yeah.
you like us to do and what would you like to see?
Yes. I mean, we don't have a busting great deal other than sheep. There are some rabbits about. There's
Exactly.
also an awful lot of jackdaws.
Don't get me started on those
Yes.
jackdaws. A clattering of jackdaws, that's what they're called.
They are.
Yeah,
which
according
is
to
brilliant.
Wombat, who is on Twitter and lovely, and check him out because he does lots of funny, interesting things on the Twitter sphere to keep
Yes.
you entertained.
That's always good. We're sort of slightly limited in what we can see. I have discovered that I'm every time I go into the kitchen at night now, if I go in late enough, there's a mouse in there, which immediately scurries away. So unfortunately, that's going to be a bit difficult to film.
Yeah.
If there is anything that you're curious
Basically,
to see,
throw it at us, and if we can't do it, then we won't. Is
yeah,
the
that's a
simplest.
good point.
Yeah. But yeah, not literally throw it at us.
No.
Because you'd be throwing it at the screen, and your screen would break, and then you'll be cross.
Oh, I tell you what, we have got that is appearing now, and I've just seen the first couple of this year. Is martins. We have martins that nest around the house. And martins are lovely, but they are notoriously difficult to film.
I've got some nesting footage.
Yeah, when they nest, it's sort of easier because they sort of stop and they do interesting things where they throw mud at walls, which is nice.
I can give you an interesting martin fact. Martins can't actually land on a flat surface, so they lob mud at the walls, wait for it to dry, and then when they come to build their nest, they can cling onto the mud globs and just build the nest round from that, but they have to get a few mud pats to stick and dry first. So there you go. It's because of the way that their claws... Talons, thank you. Science. Because of the way their talons are.
If you're really, really lucky, we might show you some bats at some point because we do quite often have a barn full of them.
Yeah.
They're a bit
tricky
difficult to film.
Yeah, you're
but
probably not going to see bats. You might get like a blur in the sky.
You might. Any of these things are possible. But we're going to go away now because it's just too hot to stand here like this. Certainly without a cocktail.
We're going to have a nice warm cup of tea.
Yeah, let's do
instead.
that. Or a cup of coffee.
No, I think I'm just going to have some water and be really dull.
We're going to go away. Please be careful. Stay at home. Don't go out.
Apart from your hour's exercise.
Yes, whatever that is.
Yeah. Or what are you doing for exercise?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How are you managing to do that?
I'm sort of tempted with yoga.
Yeah.
It just looks kind of relaxing.
I don't know whether I'd want to do yoga or Tai Chi. Both. Maybe.
It looks like a lot of movement in Tai Chi. No
There's
matter
a
how
lot of
slow
movement
it is.
in yoga.
Yeah, but you move from one position to another and then you just stay there for a while. I
Yeah,
kind
but
of
that's
like
what
that.
Tai Chi is.
No,
Oh, okay, constant motion. You think you'll get seasick?
no, I just think I'm too lazy for Tai Chi.
I think yoga's much harder work.
I think you should say goodbye to the nice people.
Yeah, sorry, we're going off on one a bit. Anyway, see you next time.
TTFN.
Stay safe, stay sane.
Stay inside!
Gratuitous gate shot. Ta-da!